Good morning to everybody on the day two symposium. My topic is diet for weight loss. What is practical? First, I would like to run through various weight loss diets which are followed by many people, and many people have doubts also. The, there are so many diets like Atkins diet, GM diet, paleo diet, ketogenic diet, evidence based diets like low carb, low fat diet, and Mediterranean diet. A popular weight loss diets, usually all popular weight loss diets promote or ban a certain food or food groups like no carbohydrate, no fat or no protein, whatever. Recommend supplements, promise quick dramatic results, which may not be very sustainable, poor long-term weight management and high cost. Atkins diet, which is rich in protein, high in protein, less fiber, good carbohydrate but less, good fat, more percentage, vitamins, minerals, led to more weight loss than low fat diets and greater improvements in blood sugar, HDL, TGL, and other health markers. Atkins diet restriction of carbohydrate, they make sure that ketosis occur, fat burns, energy from ketones we get, less hunger and less is eaten. Breath, odor and constipation occur, result is weight loss. How safe is Atkins diet? It promotes heart disease because of its high fat content, potential loss of bone strength, problems on liver and kidneys because of very high protein. Body needs 150 gram carb per day. No proven studies to support. There is one more diet called GM diet. It's unique 7-day diet plan. It allows fruits, vegetables, milk and meat, avoiding sugar, sweetened beverage, alcohol. It claims quick weight reduction, 5 to 6 kg per week. This is the pattern in GM diet. Day 1, all fruits. They specify 8 to 12 glass water. Day 2, boiled potato, cooked raw vegetable, no oil, water. Like this, every day there is something for 7 days. This is not at all sustainable. People claim they lose weight, but it's more of water weight, and they're not talking about activities also here. Ketogenic diet. This is another fad for weight loss. Low carb, high fat diet, drastically reducing carb intake, replacing it with fat. Reduction in carbohydrate puts body into metabolic state called ketosis. It can cause massive reduction in blood sugar and insulin levels. There are different types of ketogenic diet. Standard ketogenic diet with carb 5%, protein 20%, fat 75%. Cyclic ketogenic diet involves periods of high carb refeed, such as 5 ketogenic days followed by 2 high carb days. Targeted ketogenic diet allows to add carb around workouts. High protein ketogenic, similar to standard ketogenic diet, but includes more protein. The ratio is often 60% fat, 35% protein, 5% carb. Protein in ketogenic diet, these are all different proteins which are allowed, mostly animal protein. And fats in ketogenic diet, abundant. Quite a bit of fats, they don't look at saturated, unsaturated like that. Carbs, which are allowed in ketogenic diet, preferred sources of carbs are this. And source of carbohydrate to avoid are all these. Example of a calculation of 1200 calorie ketogenic diet, what they do, multiplies calories by 0.6 to provide first 60% calorie from fat. Divide by 9 to determine grams of fat, 80 gram of fat. Then carb 40 to 60 gram per day, 160 to 240 calories. Then you decide how much carb, how much protein. Roughly in 1200 calorie diet, 80 to 90 gram of fat, 60 to 80 gram of protein, only 40 to 60 gram of carb. Problems, there are so many short-term and long-term effects. Short-term, nausea, vomiting, hypoglycemia, acidosis, sleepiness, dehydration. Long-term, there are plenty of problems like constipation, renal stone, abnormal lipid profile, possible nutrient deficiency, bone demineralization. Potential side effects are quite a few. I'm not going to list this. There is too much risk and not enough research to prove that following keto diet will lead to greater weight loss and better health outcomes than other less restricted, more realistically sustainable diets. Fat diets generally, side effects are sudden muscle weakness, headache, dehydration, not recommended for pregnant lactating mothers. Health benefit claims or weight loss include TGL and blood glucose. So-called fat diets either help to lose or maintain body weight in short duration. However, there are no long-term clinical studies about the benefits of these diets. Low-carb, low-fat weight loss, hypocalorie, as well as carb-restricted diets can improve insulin resistance, TGL, and glucose. Hypocaloric diet with low carb, high fat, and high carb, low fat. There are two types. There are studies conducted. They found that low carb diet resulted in greater decrease in postprandial blood sugar, insulin, liver enzyme levels. In obese patients, low carb, less than 50 gram versus high carb, more than 180 gram hypocaloric showed greater reduction in hepatic steatosis in low carb diet. Hypocaloric diet with low carb less than 90 gram, more than 30% from fat, hypocaloric low fat diet for 6 months, similar reduction in weight and fat mass. Mediterranean dietary style. No uniform definition for Mediterranean dietary style. High in whole grain and fruits and vegetables, fatty fish rich in omega 3, low in red meat, substituted low fat or fat free products for higher fat foods, oils, olive, canola, nuts, walnuts, almonds, rapeseed, flaxseed, moderate in total fat, relatively low in saturated fat, high in fiber, high in PUFA, particularly omega 3. So if you look at summary of different diets, low fat diet, difficult to achieve, promotes insulin resistance, no impact on mortality. Very low fat diet may decrease cardiac events, concerns about applicability and sustainability. Low glycemic diet, unproven effects on CVD, reduced intake of energy then carb and weight loss. Low carb diet, short-term weight loss. Long-term effects on CVD unknown. Initiate decreased energy intake and weight loss. Mediterranean diet, prevention of sudden cardiac death, healthy overall approach to dieting, long-term sustainability. As per International Diabetic Federation recommendation, a healthy lifestyle is the primary intervention to manage metabolic syndrome. Moderate calorie restriction, moderate increase in physical activity, change in dietary composition. There are also meal replacements available. People who are very obese, if we can put them at least on one meal to be replaced with a meal replacement which is high in protein, less in calorie, with enough micronutrients and fiber, there are proven effects. So that could be one option for severely obese people. And there are so many facts about myths about weight reduction diet. There are gluten-free diets. Gluten is one restricted only where gluten intolerance is there. People think calorie equals to calorie. 100 calorie from salad is much different from 100 calorie from a burger or 100 calorie Mysore pak. Carbs are bad, which is not at all true. Behind most food and nutrition myths, there is a kernel of truth. Separate the science from fiction. Energy balance, overweight, obese. There were studies conducted, reduced, and the nutrition therapy recommendation for management of adult with diabetes. Diabetic care is released. Reduce energy intake while maintaining healthful eating pattern to promote weight loss. Modest weight loss may provide clinical benefits, especially to those at early stage of diabetes also. To achieve modest weight loss, intensive lifestyle interventions, MNT counseling, physical activity, behavior change with ongoing support is highly recommended. Portion distortion has happened. Why is portion control very important? Food portion sizes have changed in 20 years. You can look at, the size of the chips, how big it has become, 400 more calories. 20 years ago, the coffee cup was this. Mocha coffee, if you see, it's 16 ounce. That's the calorie difference. 305 calories more. So 100 calorie extra per day can make 10 extra pounds in a year. Teaching portion control at home. Purchase small size vegetable and fruits. Use smaller size plates for eating to prepare the right amount of food. Extra food to be kept aside before serving. Weighing and measuring food at home helps train the eyes to estimate portions. Hand guides also help. 1 teaspoon, 2 tablespoons, one tight fist, a handful, palm size fish. How to portion your food. So you need to understand. one fourth of carb, one fourth of protein, and the rest low calorie vegetables. This is how actually the rice quantity is less. If you spread and see, it looks more. Same way, numbered chapatis. Look at the dal, vegetables, curd, salad. So benefits of walking, it's not enough to teach only about diet. We need to teach what are the benefits of walking. It raises HDL, insulin sensitivity is improved, helps weight loss and maintenance. That's more important. One can lose weight, but they need to learn to maintain, lowers HDL, triglyceride, and blood pressure. So balancing healthy eating, should we follow a strict diet all the time? 80-20 rule applies once in a while. A smaller portion of these foods are also allowed because for maintenance, you can't continue a weight loss, low calorie diet for a long time. Once in a while, portion control. So weight reduction improved, definitely metabolic CV risk factor. Maintenance of body weight requires 25 to 30 kilocalorie. Weight reduction 5 to 10% has significant impact on metabolic and cardiovascular risk. Modest calorie reduction, 500 calorie per day, results in loss of 1 pound a week. Reduction of total carbohydrate to 40% in the calorie intake. Increase of protein 1.5 to 2 grams is quite effective. Meal replacement also useful tools. What will work practically? Intake of carb 50 to 60% total energy, preferential intake, complex carb, higher intake of fiber, lower intake of saturated fat, optimal ratio of energy and fatty acids, slightly higher protein intake because one needs to feel full, lower intake of salt, restricted intake of sugar. So the three pillars of wellness: diet, exercise, and sleep. What you eat after 6 p.m., especially because our activity is less. Have an early dinner. Do not skip or have heavy meal. Avoid oily, spicy food. Say no to caffeine after 4 p.m. Aim for 30 minutes physical activity, preferably in the morning. Exposure to sunlight. Do not indulge in intense exercise close to bedtime. Have a routine sleep and wake schedule. Pick a way to relax before going to bed. Make sure the room is comfortable. So the three key to healthy eating is: one is variety, second is moderation, third is energy balance. Thank you very much.